Hello students, how are you all? Welcome back to our online classes from LPM Public School situated at Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. This is your social study teacher. So my dear students, today I am here with a new chapter from your textbook. The name of the chapter is Helping Hands. So, students, the only way you can serve God is by serving other people. So, in this chapter, we are going to read a story of class 2nd B. In this class, the class teacher, Miss Patel, was going to look the most beautiful hand in the class. So, students, let's begin the story. Miss Patel was the class teacher of class 2nd B. She always ended her class with a game or a fun activity. One day she said, "Let us do something different today. Let us see who has the most beautiful hands in the class." So, students, Mrs. Patel was the class teacher of 2nd B and she always ended her class with a game or a fun activity. One day she said to her students that let us do something different today. She was going to know who has the most beautiful hands in the class. The students starting looking at their hands, they whispered to each other, "Look how beautiful my hands are. They are more beautiful than yours." After this, when Miss Patel said to her students that she was going to see who has the most beautiful hands in the class, now the whole class started looking at their hands and they whispered to each other. Some said, "Look how beautiful my hands are." Then other said, "Look how beautiful my hands are. They are more beautiful than yours." Just then, somebody knocked on the door and told Miss Patel that the principal wanted to meet her. As she hurried out, Miss Patel said, I shall look at your hands after the lunch break." Now, students, after this, there was someone at the door. He knocked the door and told Miss Patel that the principal wanted to meet her. After listening this, Miss Patel hurried out and she said to her student, "I shall look at your hands after the lunch break." Then Miss Patel left the class. During the break, the students did different things to make their hands look beautiful. Some of them ran to the wash basin. They washed their hands thoroughly with soap to clean them. Some rubbed glitter on their hands. Some girls started drawing designs on their hand. So, students, now during the break or lunchtime, the students did different things to make their hand look beautiful. Some of them ran to the wash basin and washed their hand with a soap, and some of them rubbed glitter on their hand. Some girls started drawing design on their hands. Look at the picture. The girl, she was washing her hand with a soap. In next picture, girl decorate her hand with the help of glitter. In last picture, girl is started drawing designs on her hand. Miss Patel came back from the principal's room. She silently watched her students. Suddenly, she saw Radha. One of her students was missing. When she went to the doctor, when she went to the door to look for her, Miss Patel saw Radha running across the playground towards a girl who had slipped and fallen in a pool of water. It was Priya, a special needs child. Priya was finding it difficult to get up. Radha gently helped her get up. Now students, Miss Patel came back from the principal's room. She silently watched her students. Suddenly, she saw Radha, one of her students, was missing from the class. When she went to the door to look for her, she saw that Radha is running across the playground towards a girl who had slipped and fallen in a pool of water. So, students, it was Priya, a special needs child. So, students, do you know what is a special needs child? A person who is physically or mentally challenged and who requires support are special needs childs. Now, after slipped and fallen in a pool of water, Priya was finding it difficult to get up. Radha gently helped her to get up. Priya had mud all over her dress. Radha brushed off the mud and took Priya to the school nurse. After this, Radha gently helped her to get up, and now Priya had mud all over her dress. So Radha brushed off the mud and took Priya to the school nurse. By the time Radha got back to her class, the lunch break was over. She did not have the time to even wash the mud off her hands. Now students, it's time to get back on the class. And lunch break was over, and Radha has not time to even wash the mud of her hands. Mrs. Patel started looking at everybody's hand. When Radha's turn came, everybody laughed at her dirty hands. Now students, due to lunch break was over, Radha did not have the time to wash her hand, so she got back to her class, and in the classroom Mrs. Patel started looking at everybody's hands. Now the Radha's turn came, then everybody laughed at her dirty hands. Then the teacher said, I find Radha's hand to be the most beautiful hand in the class. Do you know why? So students, when all the students laughed at Radha's dirty hand, then the teacher said that she find Radha's hand to be the most beautiful hand in the class. So students, do you know why? Let's read the story. When the rest of you were busy cleaning and decorating your hands, she was out in the playground helping someone. What can be more beautiful than hands that are used to help others? Helping hands are indeed the most beautiful hands in the world. So students, Mrs. Patel asked students that, do you know why Radha's hands to be the most beautiful hand in the class? She told student that when the rest of the class or rest were busy cleaning and decorating their hands, Radha was out in the playground helping someone. And what can be more beautiful hands that are used to help others? So, students, that is why Radha's hand is the most beautiful hand in the class, because her hand was used to help a special needs child, Priya. So, students, helping hands are indeed the most beautiful hands in the world.